Hello everyone, I am Luke, and welcome to the 154th battle of the Promethean Directive Season 2, which is the Battle of Aeaea, or Aeaea, which I think is probably a valid word. Anyway, we've got the 1st and 3rd naval fleets of the Aldrich Crown and the 1st Airborne up against the home fleet of the Ionian Kingdom, along with the defenses of their city. We're moving at a marvelous 1/3 speed. And yeah, let's see what happens. The defenders have one big ship of the line and a lot of smaller ones. The attackers have two, but they've also got some aerial forces. The defenders' aerial forces are just blimps with stuff hanging under them. I do not know what those do or what they are, but they're just balloons. For land defenses, they've got some cannon forts and some other little war camps. The attackers have the most advanced technology in the form of ironclads, whereas everyone else here is pretty much wood and stone. Oh, I didn't mean to catch that, but it could have been cool. Over here, oh, we got some rockets on this side. That could beat out the ironclad for advancedness. It's kind of hard to say. Yeah, these are the cannons, just little twin turrets. These Trojan encampments right here are rocket launchers. Meanwhile, what's up with these guys? Hang on a minute, are these guided missile balloon launchers? Interesting. They just kind of hang there, and they are doing quite the number on these marvelous contraptions. How did I get this far from the battle? I don't want to be 10 kilometers away, game. Until like this battle and a couple of the ones last turn, I was doing really good with the shift caps. But that's got to be the worst shift caps of them all. So these marvelous contraptions and Sparopterus are kind of taking a beating. The Sparrows are doing okay, but the contraptions are attracting a majority of the laser-guided rocket fire from those balloons. Meanwhile, though, on the naval side, we've got a Hotspur killed and some other ships struggling. The Poseidon, the Ionian flagship here, is at 65 and is not doing great. Meanwhile, the Victorious, one's at 97, the other's at 89, so they're doing a lot better. And there are two of them, so that certainly provides an advantage. One time I wanted to catch a shell. Not that one! Oh yeah, those ships of the line are chewing through the Hotspurs. I don't even know who's been after the Poseidon, but it's definitely not looking great. Could've been. Looks like it could be those Goshawks from long range. Yeah. They're like kind of mortar vessels, if I'm remembering correctly. Oh. The first marvelous contraption has hit the water, down to 68% and heavily on fire. Given the Ensign, and that Ensign does well against aircraft, I'm betting these balloons were specifically tailored to deal with the marvelous contraptions. Although Ensign's probably pretty effective against anything here because it's all wood. Oh yeah, a lot of the Hotspurs are looking pretty bad. There were 5 on this side, now there's only 2 left. Over here, you've got 3 and 4, and one of them's capsized. No, actually 3. So that's at least 40% of the Hotspurs taken out. And this contraption, meanwhile, is burning badly. Yeah, the missile meta has reached the sail states. Yeah, people that are losing swap to missiles, that is a concerning pattern. Oh, a couple of the balloons been taken down now. No idea what is hitting them, but it could just be... Could it be these sparrows? Are they just like taking pot shots at the balloons? That would be so based if they're on like counter balloon patrol. They are. They're taking down the balloons to protect the bigger marvelous contraptions. Oh, and that's cool. These guys are getting double broadsides. They're shooting to the right against the sailing ships and to the left against the balloons. Well done, Spiropteruses. I always thought they were the discount marvelous contraptions, but clearly they got a useful doctrinal role. There are 20 total balloons, and only a few of them have been taken out so far. They might well manage to destroy the Spiropterus before it can deal with all of them. But even cutting through the ranks and reducing their number is going to be vital in letting the naval fleet finish them off later. Meanwhile, even the downed marvelous contraptions are still functional in their 60s. Another Hotspur dead. Oh, and there goes the Poseidon. It's finally been brought below 55% health, which hands a decisive naval advantage to the attackers, who, to my knowledge, have yet to lose a ship. The Victorious are looking pretty bad. Big holes in their sides, lots of missing sails. And this one lost its stern shear. But they are carrying on. And there goes some more of those balloons. I'm now counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Make that 12 that are left alive, so they've been cut by 40%. And some of the remaining ones have lost part of their capability. But the spares then at a pretty heavy cost. It is fall for the spares. This one though is holding up better. Still damaged, but it's still fighting on with both broadsides. That marvelous contraption will probably despawn pretty soon. It's taking the ire of a couple balloons and I suspect most of the cannons. Kinda looks like it. There goes a Charybdis and a Hotspur, more of Ionia's forces. That Spiropterus will probably die from the flame, even if it doesn't take any more damage, which it looks like it's going to keep it taking some missiles. But target Prio is gradually shifting towards this Sparrow. It's got to act fast before it gets taken down too. Oh yep, there goes the contraption and a Hotspur alongside it. If we go check out the map, you'll see only a few Ionian ships are left, and they're all taking damage. They're not going to be long for this world. Another one just exploded there. Oh, the Spiropterus has lost its engines, while its comrade is despawning and 2 damage. There's still 12 of the balloons airborne, though a couple of them are looking a lot worse. Fortunately, there's no reason that the naval vessels can't target the balloons too. So even after this guy goes down, someone will still be after them. The other marvelous contraption is back to taking laser designation, even as this guy bears the brunt of it. Regarding Ionian naval assets, they are just left with a Hotspur and an Aeaea, both below 80%. And they are for sure going to eat us soon. Rest in peace, marvelous contraption. You were too good for this world. This ironclad, meanwhile, has taken a lot of these. Fortunately for it, it is ironclad, which does provide some durability. Ooh. Cram overpin right there. That could have annihilated this guy if it went off. But there's still a lot more fire coming from where that one came from, so... Yep, there goes the Hotspur. And with that, Ionia only have the Athena on the water. And it is one hit from death as well. That marvelous contraption over there has also been finished off finally. And once this Sparrow dies, then that's going to be a lot of target prio freed up to probably start wearing down the Victorious, which are both below 70. In fact, this one's already taken the ire of most of those cannons. 61. Yeah, there's still a lot of... I'll say that actually most of these guys have taken some damage. There's not that much target prio shenanigan stuff. The Reliance is the best looking of the ships so far, and even it's taking some pot shots. Good news though, only 9 balloons are left airborne. And with that, Athena going down, the entire home fleet has been destroyed. I do not believe Aldrich had any retreat conditions. I think they're all in. Were one of them here, they would be welcome to issue a retreat, and I think they might consider it, but in the absence of that, they will fight to the end. I think the best they can hope for is... I was gonna say try and quickly kill one of these unit types, but they're all pretty strong. There's no one who's like super easy to kill or super high damage. The cannons are probably pretty brutal. The missile guys are quite numerous. I'm predicting a slow death of the Aldrich fleet. And even if they did issue a retreat, I think they're so slow they would struggle to get out of here. With both of those ships of the line going down right now, especially. They just have their 3 ironclads, but heavily damaged in their 60s for 2 of them. The Surprise, the Goshawks, and the Sparrowhawk, and then the Reliance, which is now going to need a ton of missiles now that the ships of the line are out. Yeah, that's brutal. This one's looking like a pretty confident Ionian victory, but at the cost of their entire home fleet. Now, I'm very sure that their home fleet is worth a lot less than the 3 of Aldrich fleets, yeah. But it will still be important for the end of the war. Oh, that Reliance is almost dead. Just lost its stern shear, which is a very vital component. And worth a lot of HP, which is going to go down pretty quick. Yeah, it's looking like Ionia will lose their home fleet, but their capital will remain, which will be forestalling a quicker end to this war. The next battle will be with the Volos garrison, and we'll see whether or not Volos can stand. Because if Volos falls and all the fleets with it, then Ionia, I think, are out of major mobile assets. They would just have their cities left. Which is a recipe for either the city getting blockaded, doom-stacked, or left alive with a near white piece into the war, but maybe with some concessions to Aldrich. We'll have to see, though. The Goshawks over there are just vibing. Same with the Sparrowhawk, and that Infallible is fighting bravely on, but gradually succumbing to the barrage of missiles. Yes, go all the way. Anyone who wishes to send them a $1 trillion or like 1,000,000 materials, you're welcome to. Actually, you maybe shouldn't. That would kind of be unfair, but it could be funny. To give to the glorious King Raythump. There goes the infallible and both of those goshawks. Now it is just the sparrowhawk, which will die within moments. Good effort, but he too has fallen. And the city is damaged, but lives. Thank you all for watching.